Hi guys, it's Wombat, and today we are taking a look at another South American map. This time it's the RJ map, or Rio de Janeiro map. It's a 1:1 scale map, not of the city Rio de Janeiro, but of the state Rio de Janeiro. It's fairly big. Despite being a 1:1 scale map, it covers 700 kilometers, equivalent of some 14,000 kilometers on a standard scale map. As you can see, the map contains a lot of South American material, and it comes as no surprise when you consider the size of the download. More than 3 gigabytes in total is required to download for this map mod to work. The map is being actively worked on, and I'm using the latest version for 1.34, but it is actually also in the testing phases for the closed beta version of 1.35. So the guys behind this one isn't only able to get their hands on open beta versions of the map or the game, they have access to the closed beta, which means they have some pretty decent contacts. The map out of the box is not compatible with the Baltics DLC. There is a fix that allows you to haul on this map or load this map even though you have the Baltics DLC. I could, however, not get that one to work. I simply had to uncheck the box for Baltics DLC in Steam, and then I could use the map. And of course, as soon as I was finished hauling on the map, I got back into Steam and properties for my game and reactivated the Baltics DLC. A little bit inconvenient, and I'm pretty sure that their fix for the Baltics DLC will be implemented in a working version very soon. But enough said, let's dive into it and have a look at how you set this map mod up. You will require a new profile, of course. We're going to go through that as well. Before we move on and have a look at the size of the map, before finishing off with some more images of this, in a lot of places, really interesting, beautiful map mod. So let's dive into it, shall we? So before we go through how you set your profile up for this map mod, I'm quickly going to show you how to disable the Baltics DLC if you have that. And the easiest way of doing that is to go into Steam, right-click Euro Truck Simulator 2 and select Properties. Then go to your DLCs, uncheck Beyond the Baltic Sea, press Close, and the game will then remove the Baltics DLC. Whenever you're satisfied, I want to go back to, say, Pro Mods 2.40 or something like that, something that requires the Baltics DLC. Go back into Steam, right-click Euro Truck Simulator, select Properties, go to DLCs, and check the Baltic DLC again, press Close, and as you can see, the map mod is then downloaded again. But for this I of course do not have Baltics DLC. Instead I have a new profile, and I'm giving myself a name. I'm going to call myself Wombat RJ map. You then add a picture, preferred truck design, company logo, company name, and before you click the create button you go to your mod manager and add the RJ map files. You start with file number 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0 if you want to use buses. The fix for Baltics DLC is currently not working for me, at least, so I'm gonna confirm changes. Change the playing module from Europe to rjmap.mbd. I'm not using Steam Cloud here. Click Create. Skip the wizard. Let the game load for a little bit, and then you will be able to select your headquarters. There's a lot of different places to go for here, but I think maybe up here No, I'm gonna go with this one. Confirm selection, skip the tutorial, and off you go. Simple as that. And what you end up with is a map that looks like this. As you can see, you have plenty of cities here on the map. Some really nice twisty mountain roads as well. And if you zoom in a little bit, you'll see that we have well, it's not really easy to see it on the map here, but we have some really long highways. Fortunately, there are side roads that you can take, because hauling on highways on a 1:1 scale map literally takes hours. Not interesting enough for a stream, at least, but it's there, and there is always the possibility of taking the side roads instead, which makes it a lot more interesting. But in general, the map contains what you would expect from a map based on real life, the state of Rio de Janeiro. Not that I've ever been there, but it certainly feels like this is what the state would look like. And I'm really enjoying this map. The question I have is, what kind of a truck should I use here? Because you really want to find something that is enjoyable sitting in comfortably hours upon hours, even on a highway. At the same time, it needs to be something that is powerful, because you will be going up those twisty mountain roads, and it needs to be something that is fairly easy to haul, using to haul in the cities. So that is something I'm still struggling with for this map. Here is just a couple of examples that I'm using Mercedes trucks in this case. There's a ton of them, really good ones. And I guess that since I'm now starting to talk about which trucks to use on this map, we are getting to the end of the video. To summarize a little bit, it's a 1:1 scale map. It requires its own profile. It's not compatible with the Baltics DLC, but it does requires the other 4 map DLCs. It is a map that is pretty big in size, considering the 1:1 scale. 750 kilometers or so, 14,000 kilometers on a regular 1:20 scale map. That's the equivalent to it. And it contains a lot of beautiful scenery, a lot of not so beautiful scenery, depending on how old that part you are hauling on right now of the map mod is. It has very twisty highways, very twisty mountain roads. It has the really long and wide highways that we see in Brazil, especially around Rio de Janeiro. I guess the bottom line is the question: is this a map mod I recommend? And I'm gonna say yes, depending on. If you're looking for the most beautiful map mod out there, no, this isn't the one. But if you are looking for a very large map on a 1:1 scale based on the state of Rio de Janeiro, or a 1:1 scale map for South America, this definitely is a map that I do recommend. It is not ugly in any way, that's not what I'm saying, but it's not the most beautiful map I've been on either. It is, I would say, somewhere in the middle regarding beauty of it. Regarding bugs, there's not that many on it. The only one that is slightly irritating is the fact that you have to remove Baltics DLC, but there is a fix for it. Unfortunately, that didn't work for me, but it should be updated, or the fix should be working pretty soon at least, so that will be fixed. And it's really nice to see that the mod creators are working on an update already for 1.35, despite 1.35 only being a closed beta at the moment. So with that said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe as well, and do not forget to click that bell button to get notifications whenever I release a new video. Speaking of videos, feel free to share this one and all my other videos on your social media. I really enjoy it when you do that, so thank you very much in advance. Take care everyone. Bye bye.